I think you fell through my drum kit at one show where there was like 4 people and I fractured like my tibia, and it was just like...
Yeah, and I broke his drum set.
Yeah, I snapped off the leg on my drum kit, and I was like bleeding out of my shin everywhere, and it was like 4 people we were playing too.
That was a good show. Yeah, I think we all play off each other really well. We always talk about how like we're like a family, and it's cool. Like it's a cool dynamic, and it helps like feed everything else. Like everything else just comes naturally from that, I think.
Yeah, like if you work at Subway with 3 people that you really like, you're probably going to get like really good sandwiches when you come into that Subway. Just saying, like I think with whatever you do, if you have like a good synergy and like a good workflow, we're all friends and we like to just kick it. It just so happens that we're also in a band, but like we'd hang out even if we didn't play music.
Yeah, the roster's gonna come. You better search that. It's in his key. It's perfect.
I don't know. It's really, we were trying to like find bands the other day that like what bands sound like us, and we couldn't really figure it out.
I think we're skunk rock. Every touring band that we play with always says that we need to go down to the Bay Area. You guys sound like a Bay Area band. Like, so I don't know if they're like vibing on some of those like 60s vibes, but I feel like when we play with Seattle bands, we gel really well. Like that's the thing about playing your songs different every time. Like if we play with like a harder, crunchier, louder band, like when we're playing with Seattle, I'm gonna turn up my big muff pedal and you're gonna hear like more fuzz. And if we're playing with a more sunshine pop band, we're gonna take more of that side. So that's kind of what's cool. We're a little chameleon in that way. Like we can kind of like morph, and I like that.
Oh my baby, sugar sweet, I promise I won't be discreet. The only thing I'm asking is your love.
We have like a loose theme going for the album, which is it's a summer album, so pretty much everything associated with summer. We wanted it to feel good. Like unintentionally, we kind of like had the album start out with like those really good poppy, upbeat songs, and by the end of the album, it's kind of like diving into this like deeper, darker kind of sound, which is gonna like lend perfectly into going into our next album in the fall, which is gonna be a little bit more autumn, fall kind of sounding.
The last song is Tired of the Assholes. That was a song that I had just written 2 chords, just like back and forth, so really you can't write 2 chords, they're already out there. And then I came up with a little melody over the top of it, and I really liked it. And we didn't really do anything about it, but then there was this one show at Lucky's, and we played with another band in town, and there was just a particular individual that, you know, one of those haters that just gives us so much beef, and I was like, that's perfect, like we're only gonna outplay you and play way harder. And we did, and it was crazy. I was just flowing out these words. I'm just like, I'm tired of the assholes. And I think that's the song that honestly I'm probably most proud of on the album, because it's so raw. Every time I play it, I think back to that moment and I beat up my guitar the same way. I feel it really, really intensely in my psyche when I play that song. Summer's so important because it was the whole Sunshine image. Like, it was the whole Sunshine thought process. We feel like the band was born in summer, and we wanted to, like, keep that baby alive, you know, keep it, and maybe kind of share with the listeners, people that were there maybe at that first house party that heard us play, maybe give you back some of those vibes and like remember why you fell in love with VCR.
It's something in common that we can share like an emotional bond with our listeners, because like it's a very common experience. Everyone goes through summer. Everyone has like thoughts that they associate, emotions they associate with summer. So it's just like a good common place to like make noise and sing about.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like summer as a season, like being an Oregonian, it's like such a relief to go through an Oregonian summer. I don't know, like think about all of your school experiences. Like summer is awesome. It's like a time of freedom. Like in America and in Oregon especially, summer is like a beautiful renaissance every time, because you're just like, this is it. This is my chance. I'm going to get it together. It's going to be fun in the sun.
All right. You guys want to take a break?